Just one moment. Hello there. How are you? Good. Welcome to the library. Sorry, please excuse the mess. I've got so many books that have been returned today. I haven't quite gone through them all yet. Can I help you with anything? Oh, okay. Well, I've got lots of books. I could show you if you like. Wonderful. Take a seat. Just that. So as you know, the library is very big. We've got all sorts of books just behind you. We've got travel, history, music, fiction, non-fiction. We've got absolutely everything. Okay. Do you want me to show you a few that's been returned? Okay. And then you can have a little wander yourself. Perfect. So the first book that I have here is this red one. This red book. This is called The Power. The Power. The Power. And this is by Naomi Alderman. Okay? Have you seen this one before? Okay. Let's see when it was released. It was out in 2016, so it's about 9 years old. But it's still a good one today. Yeah. I'll read you the back. All over the world, women are discovering they have the power. With a flick of their fingers, they can inflict terrible pain, even death. Suddenly, every man on the planet finds they've lost control. The day of the girls has arrived. But where will it end? So this book is all about the power of women. Do you think this is something of interest to you? Okay. Well, I can leave it just here. Just the same with any of these books. If you change your mind, you can just come here to collect them. They won't be going back anytime soon. I've got so many here. The next book is completely different. It's actually one of my favorites. I don't think you've read it. This is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Michael Crichton. Jurassic Park. In the future, there will be dinosaurs. read the book? Oh, okay. That's not surprising. Have you seen the film? Yeah. I think this was 1993, but let's have a little look. Oh, so the book was out in 1991. This is not the first edition, this is a reprint, but the first original was 1991. I believe the movie was out in 93. Yeah. I'll read you the back, but no doubt you know all about this one. On a remote jungle island, genetic engineers have created a dinosaur game park. An astonishing technique for recovering and cloning dinosaur DNA has been discovered. Now one of mankind's most thrilling fantasies has come true, and the first dinosaurs that the Earth has seen in the time of man emerge. But as always, there is a dark side to the fantasy, and after a catastrophe destroys the park's defense systems, the scientists and tourists are left fighting for survival. So this book is completely different to the other one. I really like this book. It's very scientific, factual. It's also written really well. It has lots of interesting diagrams and sort of how you would see it on a computer screen is how you would see it sort of in the book. This book is very ahead of its time. I generally really like it. I have a few different copies of Jurassic Park. I absolutely love it. I'm going to pop it with this one as well. The next book I have is The Humans. The Humans. The Humans. This is by Matt Haig. Now Matt Haig is a very good author. They also write The Midnight Library and also The Comfort Book, which is also a very good book. We do have it here somewhere in the library, yes. This book's really manageable. It's a lot thinner than the other two. So if you're looking for a relatively quick read, this one might be of interest to you, okay? The Humans. The Humans. There's no planet like home. After an incident one wet Friday night, where he was found walking naked through the streets of Cambridge, Professor Andrew Martin, is not feeling quite himself. Food sickens him, clothes confound him, even his loving wife and teenage son are repulsive to him. He feels lost amongst an alien species and hates everyone on the planet. Everyone, that is, except Newton. And he's a dog. Who is he really? And what could make someone change their mind about the human race? This book was out in 2013, I believe. Should I read you the page? The first page, the preface. I know that some of you reading this are convinced humans are a myth. But I am here to state that they really do exist. For those that don't know, a human is a real bipedal life form of mid-range intelligence, living a largely deluded existence on a small waterlogged planet in a very lonely corner of the universe. For the rest of you and those who sent me, humans are in many respects exactly as strange as you would expect them to be. Certainly, it is true that on a first sighting you would be appalled by their physical appearance. Their faces alone contain all manner of hideous curiosities. A protuberant central nose, thin-skinned lips, primitive external auditory organs, known as ears, tiny eyes, and pointless eyebrows, all of which take a long time to mentally absorb and accept. The manners and social customs, too, are a baffling enigma at first. Their conversation topics are very rarely the things they want to be talking about, and I could write 97 books on body shame and clothing etiquette before you would get even close to understanding them. Oh, and let's not forget the things they do to make themselves happy that actually make them miserable. This is an infinite list. It includes shopping, watching TV, taking the better job, getting the bigger house, writing a semi-autobiographical novel, educating their young, making their skin look mildly less odd, and harbouring a vague desire to believe there might be a meaning to it all. Yes, it is all very amusing, in a painful kind of way, but I have discovered human poetry while on earth. One of these poets, the very best one, her name was Emily Dickinson, said this: I dwell in possibility, so let us humour ourselves and do the same. Let us open our minds entirely for what you're about to read, or need every prejudice you may have to stand aside in the name of understanding. And let us consider this: what if there actually is a meaning to human life? And what if, humour me, life on earth is something not just to fear and ridicule, but also cherish? What then? Some of you may know what I have done by now, but none of you know the reason. This document, this guide, this account, call it what you will make everything clear. I plead with you to read this book with an open mind and to work out for yourself the true value of human life. Let there be peace. What I really love about Matt Haig books is they're so wonderfully written. All of them that I have read are so wholesome and positive, yet also negative, but also show a positive outlook on life, which I really love. I think you'll like this one. Okay, I'll pop that there. The next book is Our House. Our House. Our House by Louise Candlish. This is quite a biggish read. If you want something a bit more in depth, this is a good one. I also really like Louise Candlish books. On a bright Friday morning in the London suburbs, a family moves into the house they've just bought on Trinity Avenue. Nothing strange about that, except it's your house, and you didn't sell it. So I think this book is full of twists. Louise Candlish is very well known for plot twists. This book was out in 2018. But I think if you'd like a little thrilling, twisty plot twist book, this is the one. I highly recommend it. Next, I've got a hardback here, which is actually my book, the one I'm reading at the moment. So I have left my bookmark just here, but we have got loads of these just at the back there. It's a relatively new book. We got this one, I believe, last year. This is Richard Osman. Richard Osman. We Solve Murders. And Richard Osman is famously known for the Thursday Murder Club. This is actually one of my favourite series. I really enjoyed reading it. And this is the new one out. I believe it came out last year, 2024. A new detective duo, a shocking series of murders. Welcome to a world of trouble. Solving murders. It's a family business. Steve Wheeler likes retired life. He still does some investigation work, but he prefers his familiar habits. The pub quiz, a favourite bench, his cat waiting for him at home. His days of adventure are over. Adrenaline is daughter-in-law's Amy's job now. Amy Wheeler thinks adrenaline is good for the soul. Working in private security, every day is dangerous. She's currently on a remote island to protect an infamous author, Rosie D'Antino, until a dead body and a bag of money mean trouble in paradise. As a thrilling race around the world begins, can Amy and Steve outrun and outsmart a killer? So if you are one that loves a good murder mystery, this kind of gives me Death in Paradise vibes, then you're absolutely going to love this book. Richard Osman, We Solve Murders. Okay. Can you stick around for 2 more? Yeah? You enjoying it? Good, I'll show you 2 more and then you can go and explore. The next one is another thriller mystery. Seems to be the most popular book in this library. Everybody's always reading them, so if that's your thing, then great. Now this is by Caroline Mitchell, and this is The Last Guest House. The Last Guest House. The Last Guest House. Your perfect escape. Your worst nightmare. DC Nicola McKinnon promised her boyfriend Matt she would leave work behind for a romantic weekend in the Isle of Skye. But things get off to a bad start when a hotel mix-up leaves them stranded just as a snowstorm is blowing in. Luckily, one last guest house on the island has room. The couple is glad to reach the safety of the log house, especially with little George asleep in the back. But their relief is short-lived when they are given strange rules for their own good, and start to hear whispers of their house's dark past. Despite her skepticism, Nicola can't ignore the gnawing sense that there is something really wrong with this place, and when her son suddenly disappears, she starts to wonder if they will ever leave here alive. As snow starts to fall and night closes in, can Nicola solve the mystery of the log house before it claims another victim? So again, this is another mystery thriller. This book is relatively small. It's one of the quicker reads. If you want a book that's fairly quick to read but also really fun and interesting, you would definitely enjoy this book. Yeah. Okay, finally the last book, which I've not actually looked at for a while. But you're a lover of books, correct? Well, this is a Bookshop Tours of Britain book. So, if you're a lover of bookshops and books and libraries, you would definitely love this book. If you're interested in travel, you will enjoy this even more. It has all of the wonderful, unique bookshops in Britain, and you can travel from different places and almost do a tour of Britain via bookshops. So, for example, this is Southwest of England Coastal Tour, and it's got all the recommended bookshops here. Got a nice cute little dog there. And then it will tell you which ones they recommend. So this is in Bath. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different bookshops in Bath, and these are recommended. They've got which ones are dog friendly. There's also divided by different sections of the UK, well, of Britain. And it's generally just a really nice book to read and to have a little look at. So this is by Louise Boland, and it's Bookshop Tours of Britain. To travel by bookshop is to see the best of Britain. From the southwest coast of England, across the mountains of Wales, through England's industrial heartland and lakes, the Scottish Highlands and the Norfolk Broads, to the rolling downs of Sussex and Hardy's Wessex. On their way, the bookshop tours take in beaches and castles, head down coal mines, go bird watching, hiking and canoeing, visit whiskey distilleries, stately homes and the houses of some of Britain's best loved historic writers, and last but not least, a host of fantastic bookshops. So this is a really nice book if you're interested in travel, if you're from Britain or you want to travel to Britain, or you just want to have a little look at some really unique bookshops in Britain, places to visit. These are really, really good. And yeah, I think you will enjoy this book. Okay. Alright, well, I'll leave it here. If you change your mind, you know where it is. Well, they're all the books that I'll show you for now. Okay, I know you're really eager to explore the place yourself, which is absolutely fine. Like I said, everything is signposted behind you, and I'm always here if you'd like to come back for a little chat or for me to show you some more books. Alright? Wonderful. Well, take care and enjoy your time in the library.